Salam alaikum. Peace and blessings to you all. I'm so happy to have you here on this journey of reflection. So, let's start with an important question. Have you ever introduced yourself to someone and chosen your words carefully depending on who they are? For example, at work, you say your job title. At gym, you say, "Where are you from?" What you say first sets the tone for the whole relationship. So here is a question. When God subhanahu wa ta'ala introduces himself in the Quran, what does he say first? And why does he choose that specific name? The Quran opens with Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Raheem. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. But pause for a moment here. Why does God say Allah? While he has 99 names, he could have said, in the name of the Creator, to show his power, or in the name of the just, to set a strict tone, or in the name of the wise, to present a book of Proverbs. But he didn't choose any of those. He chose just Allah. Why? And here is why that matters. Allah is not just one attribute. It's not like the Creator or the generous. Allah is the name that includes everything. His entire being, all his qualities, all his essence, wrapped in one single name. In Arabic, the name Allah is unique. It has no plural, no gender, and no variations. It stands completely alone. Right from the first word, God is saying, "Here I am, all of me, introducing myself to you." He is not keeping it formal. He is not limiting the relationship to just power or just justice. He's inviting you into a complete, deep, and sincere connection with who he truly is. But after introducing himself as Allah, he doesn't stop. He immediately adds two more names, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Raheem. So here is the next question. Why does God choose mercy as the very first thing he reveals about himself? Think about the world we live in. Does it feel like it was built on mercy or on judgment? When you look simply at the news, the struggles, the tests of life, it's easy to think this is a place of judgment. But what if you have been looking at it in a wrong way? A Muslim scholar once said, the world is built on mercy. At first, that might sound like a stretch. The Quran itself says he created death and life to test which of you is best indeed. So there is a test, but here is what I realized. Why is there a test at all? Actually, God doesn't need your test results. He is completely self-sufficient. He doesn't need your worship, your prayers, or your good deeds even. He is already complete. So, if he doesn't need anything, why create us? Think about it in this way. He gave you a body that works without you asking. He placed you on a planet perfectly positioned, not too close to the sun, not too far. He gave you oxygen, water, food, all without you earning any of it. Then he sent prophets and revealed the Quran, a complete guide on how to succeed in this life and the next. The test isn't a cold exam, it's a gift. It's as if God saying, I built this world, I gave you a manual, I gave you free will. Now pass the test and paradise is yours. Does that sound like a system designed to make you fail? Of course not. It sounds like mercy. And notice, you didn't earn any of this. You didn't do anything to deserve the oxygen in your lungs right now. You didn't earn the Quran or the prophets. It was given to you unconditionally. That's Ar-Rahman, mercy, that's given before you even ask. Then there is Ar-Rahman, mercy, that's continually given, mercy that rewards your efforts, answers your prayers, and multiples your good deeds. One good deed is multiplied by 10, sometimes by 700, sometimes even more. A single night, Laylat al-Qadr, is better than 1,000 months. This isn't a system of harsh justice. This is a system of extraordinary grace. So mercy is the foundation of creation. But actually there is another reason why God chose mercy first. What if God had introduced himself with power or justice instead? Would you feel the same connection? Imagine if every time you made a mistake, you felt like you were standing in a courtroom with no way out. How long would you last? How long would you keep trying? That's exactly why God chose mercy as his first revealed attribute. Think about it. If God introduced himself as Al-Qadir, which means all the powerful, you might feel small and powerless. If he introduced himself as Al-Adil, the just, you might feel like you are constantly on trial every move you judged. If he introduced himself as Al-Wadud, the loving, love is beautiful, but love often feels like something you have to earn. But mercy exists without you doing anything. That's why God starts with Ar-Rahman. It's an open door policy for every single human being, regardless of who you are or what you have done. A saint and a sinner both breathe the same air, both see the same sunrise, both receive the same chance. This is general mercy. It covers all of creation, every human, every animal, every insect, no exceptions. But there is also special mercy, and that's reserved for those who believe and strive. That's the mercy that leads to guidance, to paradise, and to salvation. God's mercy is like two wings of a bird. One wing is hope. Never lose hope in God's mercy. The other wing is fear of his justice. You need both wings to fly. Too much hope without fear, you become lazy. Too much fear without hope, you become desperate and give up. And here is a powerful reminder. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that Allah has 100 parts of mercy. Only one part was sent down to this world. You imagine that? And from that one part, all the love, kindness, and compassion between all creatures comes. A mother's love for her child, that's from that one part only. Can you imagine that? The other 99 parts are reserved for the believers on the day of judgment. That means all the mercy you see on earth, every act of kindness, every loving mother, every compassionate friend is just 1% of God's mercy. Imagine what the other 99% will feel like. So, brothers, when you say Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Raheem, you are not just saying words. You are anchoring your action to God's complete essence, who is Allah. You are entering under his unconditional mercy, which is Ar-Rahman. And you are seeking his continuous and intimate care, which is Ar-Raheem. It turns every ordinary act in your life, like eating, working, driving, and even sleeping, into an act of worship. Why? Because it invites blessings into your life, and it pushes shaitan or Satan far away from you. Now, here is my question to you. If you were to introduce yourself to God today, not by your job, not by your nationality, but by your true self, what would you say? And what would you hope to hear back? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And thank you really for your watching. Welcome to the family. See you in the next key. Peace be upon you.